we are asking the experts, and when it comes to experts in real estate, well, there's only one name. It's Andrey Bustamante. That's right. Andrey Bustamante Show, brought to you by GuaranteedSale.com. Free home evaluations in under 30 seconds. Andrey can be reached anytime at 888-785-0440, 888-785-0440. Andrey with a Y, Bustamante.com. And don't forget, this show is powered by BestOrlandoMLSSearch.com and Fidelity National Title. I got to tell you, Andrey, when you have a great program, when you have a great anything, you know it's the best when people start to come up with similar ideas, like it was their idea.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, my father used to always say to me, you never get flack unless you're over the target.
Exactly.
Okay, Bombardier World War II. And so I said, Daddy, what does that mean? And he said, they never shoot at you, son, unless you're about to bomb them and they know you're over the target. So anyway, you came up with the guaranteed sale program years ago.
Yep.
And now it seems like you turn on the radio and hear somebody talking about guaranteed this and guaranteed that. Just like they followed,
I'll buy your house this. I'll buy your house
that. Just like they followed you down the marketing path over the last 5 years since you first came on this radio show and said, we don't just sell your home, we market your home. Well, now you turn on the radio and every real estate guy or some guy sitting around in his briefs at home eating his Cheerios who wants to be a realtor says, I'm going to market your house. He doesn't have a clue what that means, but he's going to market the house. Why is and I mean with underlined capitals, bold, underlined, the guaranteed sale program from Andrey Bustamante, why is it the best?
So it's something that we've perfected, and happy Sunday to everybody, and thanks to everybody that makes this show a possibility. Thank you, Rob, Tim, Luis, for recording this show and putting it on YouTube for us. If anybody's interested in following the program, just go to YouTube. You can see a lot of our past shows on there.
That's Luis the ladies' man, right?
Luis the ladies' man, that's right. So if you want to tune into the show, feel free to follow along with us. Call us during the show if you have comments, questions, concerns, want to add to the show, 855-297-9696. Happy to be here live for the next hour. To answer your question, Rob, in terms of what makes our guaranteed sale program, I think that was your question.
You bet.
Different. It's the only celebrity-endorsed program in the market.
And these celebrities are not going to put their name on the line. When you're talking about Sean Hannity, you know, this guy, his credibility is on the line every day. And then you got Barbara Corcoran.
Glenn Beck.
And you got Glenn Beck. All right, these people take their name very seriously. They don't just call it the Shark Tank endorsement. They put their name on it.
It's millions of dollars behind, these names, and they're not going to put their name on something that does not live up to its standards, and they're not going to risk their reputation or their show's reputation, like in Shark Tank's case, or even ABC's reputation. So, to kind of start with the most important piece of the pie here, it's the fact that it's the only celebrity-endorsed program in the area, bar none. Second to that, it's something that we've perfected, Rob. It's something we've perfected over the past couple of years, and like you mentioned, imitators, come up and whatever. A brand new agent can go and get their real estate license tomorrow, and say, "Hey, I have a guaranteed sale program, and I will sell your house for the most amount of money," and blah 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 blah. And then what? They're not going to live up to their expectations because, they don't know what they're doing. All they're doing is listening to our shows on Sundays and trying to figure out what little nuggets they can extract and say, oh, yeah, we do this too, and just try to stay in line with us. So the fact is, it's the only celebrity-endorsed program. From a funding perspective, we are in a position to buy houses. Now, of course, where I really get a kick out of it and I get excited is helping people sell houses for the most amount of money in the least amount of time and with the least amount of hassles. So there are instances in people's lives when they don't have the time to write it out. They don't have the 90 days, the 6 months, or the year to get top dollar for this particular custom home. And then that's where we come in, and we could say, well, listen, day one, when we sit down in our office, we could say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, these are your options.
Right.
If you wanted us to pursue our guaranteed sale, this is a number we feel that we can buy your house for. And they'll either say yes or no. And if they say yes, then, we go straight to closing. If they say no, fantastic. I get a kick out of that too, because I was a realtor first. And through my years, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get into the real estate business because I want to, when it's all said and done, I want to go down as one of the best real estate agents in the country. And that goal has evolved. And what we're on a national quest right now. So what we're trying to do right now is we are trying to make sure that the consumer understands the difference between our program, where it's rock solid, and other imitators that are just, they're going to take advantage of you. So from a funding perspective, we are in a position that we could buy houses. From a credit perspective, if there are imitators out there, what I would say is, if somebody's trying to copy us, and because you probably listen to our show every single Sunday, you hear us on the radio during the week, you see us on Shark Tank, during the week as well, and late at night there. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask this person, well, you have a guaranteed sale program. Show me a letter of proof of funds. Show me a credit letter that's from the bank or your bank statement saying that you're in a position to buy my house. Show me your credit report.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this person across from you is saying, oh, yeah, we'll guarantee to sell your house, or a lot of what the imitators are also doing is, because Andre's the one doing the, Andrey and his team, they're doing the guaranteed sale or I'll buy it. We'll just do the guaranteed sale, or I'll sell it for free. Now, let me talk about that for 1 second, folks.
Mm-hmm.
If someone has had 90 days to sell your house, right? And they were unsuccessful in those 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's this free, phrase. They will sell the house for free if they weren't unsuccessful in selling it during the first 90 days. What's going to make you think that they will be more inclined to sell your house? What's going to be in it for them to focus, take the time, energy, money to sell your house after the 91st day when they didn't sell it in the first 90 days and they were getting paid to sell your house?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do it.
Does not compute.
It does not compute. I mean, that's like an error message on the calculator. So that's a form of, imitation to our celebrity endorsed guaranteed sale program. So I want you to just be aware. And also, if we go a little deeper on this, I want you to, and so remember, ask for the proof of funds.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for a letter of pre-approval from the lender. Ask for the credit profile, because for all you may be sitting across from someone that has a 300 credit score.
That's right.
Or a 400 credit score.
What are they going to buy?
Exactly. So just ask for that up front. And the commitment I am making is every single one of my listing partners, they're going to have they're going to have a copy of my credit profile. They're going to have a credit of our a copy of our bank statements. They're going to have a copy of a letter from our bank institution saying that we are in a position to buy these houses, because we want to make it fair. And to answer that question, does Andrey cover Volusia County? Yes, we do.
Like a blanket.
Bam! Yes, we do. We actually just bought a property up there right now, and we're selling it. It's under contract, matter of fact. So we will make this transparent,
mm-hmm.
and take this thing to a whole nother level, because what I want to do is I want to protect the consumer from companies out there that simply want to copy and paste what we're doing. And unfortunately, the only one that's going to suffer from that is you, the consumer.
Yeah.
In addition to that, what I want you to do is I want you to ask these agents, and these are kind of some overall tips. I want you to take this too when you're interviewing an agent. I want you to ask them, well, aside from this guaranteed sale program, what makes you unique? What makes you different? What makes everybody in my office different is the amount of experience, one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the fact that we have just about every single real estate designation known to mankind.
Very good.
The CRS, the Certified Residential Specialist designation, the ABR, the CLHMS, every single designation you could possibly think of. Now, what that means is that we've taken the time, the money, time also away from our families, I will say, away from our business, over the course of 10, 12, 15 years to invest in our business. We didn't just graduate from real estate school last week. We are pros. We're the best in what we do, and we're trying to make sure that we stay ahead of everyone else. So we want to constantly get better. We're taking courses. We're masterminding with the best minds in the business. That's what it takes to get a property sold, and that's what makes in my opinion, our guaranteed sale different. And if anybody has questions about it, go online, check out some of our testimonials from some of our clients that we've actually bought houses.
And we're going to get some of those clients right here on the air coming up very soon. Do you have a question for Andrey Bustamante? I know Dean does. Dean, hold on the line. We're going to get to you right after the break. But let me get out the number, 855-297-9696. 855-297-9696. You could text Andre at 21232. That's 21232. You're listening to Andrey Bustamante right here on News 96.5. It's Andrey Bustamante. You can reach him anytime at 888-785-0440, 888-785-0440. Andrey Bustamante, that's Andre with a Y, Bustamante.com. Let's go to Dean on the line. Dean, sorry to keep you holding so long. What's up, bud?
All right, thank you. My question is, do HUD home have a clean and clear title when you buy them?
I think you get a you do get a clean title. So I think your question is probably are there liens on the property and things like that?
Yes, lien on the HUD homes. Yeah.
No. To the best of my knowledge, no. Those are actually taken care of. And now they'll probably give you some type of special warranty deed or something like that. Okay. But no, you're not going to be held liable for any previous liens or owed taxes or things like that. If you do have if you want to go deeper in regards to that, Dean, you can contact our reps over at Fidelity. And I mean, they are the title queens and kings of the world, Fortune 500 company. They do a lot with this. So I'm going to give, do you have a pen and paper? I can give you their number if you have other particular questions.
Yes.
So Fidelity, national title, 407-657-1187.
All right.
657-1187. Are you in the business to buy HUD homes?
Yes.
Okay. Have you considered buying auction properties?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yes. I'm an investor.
Do you have someone that's representing you and helping you find these deals and then market them when they're fixed?
No.
Come on.
I can fix them, but I don't have anybody who can help me with that. But
you're talking to the right person, my friend. I can help you do that.
That's right.
Dean, we're buying a bunch of them right now, my friend, and it's certainly a great profit center. We can share all of our best practices with you, help you put them on the market, and make sure that you're getting a great return on your properties. If you're interested, hang tight. I'm going to have Tim get your phone number, and we'd love to reach out to you after the show if that's all right.
Yes, no problem. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you so much for calling in, all right?
All right. Very good call. Okay, and we also have a text. I'd like to invest in a few homes for long-term wealth. Is now the best time considering the rental market, and how can you partner with me and my wife?
So to answer the question, it is always a great time to buy real estate, and Rob and I actually talk about this during our shows during the middle of the week a lot. And what we do is it's all about helping you build wealth through real estate investments. So certainly we would love to partner up with you and make sure that you're taking care of. 1, 2, that keep you out of trouble. 3, make sure that you get a good return on your money and that you have someone on your team, not just someone like, go buy this house and good luck with that property. No, we will actually partner with you on the deal and make sure that you're making good profits on these properties. And obviously, the more money you make, the more money you can reinvest back in, and it's domino effect.
I mean, you guys are really experts when it comes to knowing about property management, knowing about how to budget a rental home, because there's going to be times when that thing's not rented. There's going to be times when you got to have that money set back. You're going to have an air conditioner go out every now and then, a roof. But Andre can walk you through that, and it doesn't have to be scary. And boy, pretty soon, Andre, these people can be up to not 2 or 3 homes. They can have enough homes to put them through retirement.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And we have so many different strategies that we can follow. So the question was long-term wealth. So one of the things that we are personally doing is mixing that long-term wealth with short-term gains.
Right.
So we buy a couple, and say we buy 4 houses, we keep 1, and we put it into the rental portfolio. The 3 that we buy, and it depends on every situation is different, but we buy those 3, we fix them up, and we flip them. So what that does is you have more ammunition for the next go around. So now you buy 4 or 5, and you keep 1 or 2 more at that point, and then you keep adding to the long term rental portfolio. But then you still keep your cash flow going. And we could teach you, we could show you how to do that, partner with you on that, because certainly for someone on the outside looking in, that's a big task.
Yeah.
And you could lose all your life savings if you're not doing it properly. So we'll certainly partner up with you. The one question I did not answer on there is right now a great time because of the rental market?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rental prices are still high. I mean, you're looking at 2 different houses. Cost of ownership is, and let's just use easy, low numbers. Cost of ownership on a particular house, say $130, you're looking at maybe $800. That same house, and that's owning, that same house to rent, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,250. Zero HOA. So, I mean, buying is certainly way better than renting. And so let's take advantage of the market. Right now, rental prices are high.
And they're going crazy. They just keep going up.
And we don't foresee like a balloon either. Like we don't. I'm not a balloon, a bubble.
Yeah.
We don't foresee there being a bubble because keep in mind, folks, that every one of these, people that were either foreclosed upon, went through short sales, bankruptcy, bad credit. We're still like the market's doing better, the economy is doing better, but there's still a lot of people that, aside from the housing sector, their credit may be shot, right? So these people can't go out there and buy. They need to live somewhere, and they're living in your rental properties while you're accumulating wealth and building, a long-term wealth and building a legacy for you and your family. All
right. The office is 888-785-0440, 888-785-0440. You can always email Andre at AndreyBustamante.com, AndreyBustamante.com. And don't forget that guaranteed sale program that everybody wishes they had, but only Andre's got the real thing, the guaranteed sale program, and it is endorsed by celebrities near and far. All right, we've got to, we're going to be taking a break for news, traffic, and weather coming up. But if you want to have a real estate question answered by Andre, text it to us at 21232, or call us at 855-297-9696, or use that open mic app on the News 96.5 app. You can take this show with you anywhere you go. Just turn your phone on, go to the News 96.5 app, and listen now. That way you're never out of reach of News 96.5. We are back. Yes, indeed. Rob Newton along with Andrey Bustamante. He's taking your calls right now at 855-297-9696, 855-297-9696. Text Andre at 21232, just like this person did. They said, Andre, when it comes to rental property, do you feel that long-term rental is better or not as good compared to a short-term vacation rental program or property? What do you think there, bud?
All right, so for me, it all really depends on the price point of the property. So it depends on what type of return you want to get. So for example, near Disney, they sell $300,000, $400,000 houses. You could certainly rent a lot of those, and you may be able to get 30 some odd weeks during the year and make some very, very, very good money. There's a lot of programs out there, Flip Key, VRBO, Home Away, et cetera, et cetera. You could rent those properties out in and make good money. Now, what I wouldn't recommend is go out there and get a super expensive property and think that you're gonna rent it out 52 weeks out of the year under these short-term vacation rentals. But I think if you're getting a good price point, and as long as I would estimate 30 some odd weeks. Don't budget with 52. And if the numbers make sense with 30 some odd weeks, then I think it's great. I think you were sharing that there's certain places in Central Florida where the regular long-term rentals, you'll see those either being vacant or they're only getting $1,000 or $1,200, $1,300, and then the other ones are getting a couple $1,000 a month.
Up where I live in the villages, if you go, and price point is a key, like you said, you've got some $180,000 homes, $160,000 they're renting for $1,200. But if you go south, and those are year-round, year-round rents, but if you go south, like to Penny Camp and some of the areas that are near a town square, that are near a country club, there are Europeans who will come over, Andre, and I'll never have this kind of money. They will rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home for $4,000 a month for 3 months.
That makes complete sense.
Excuse me.
I'll give you an example. We were just in. We took, and we like to do this. I mean, my wife is so supportive, and shout out to my family. I know that they're actually at home listening to this show. So shout out to my dad, mom, cousin, my beautiful wife, and my kids, my brother. They were texting me like, "Hey, we're hearing your show." It happens once or twice a year. They actually get up out of bed and go listen to the show on a Sunday. So I love you guys. But we took down my wife for her birthday down to Tampa. And we used one of these services, short-term vacation, but we went directly through the owner, called VRBO or Flip Key. I forget which one was which. But for like 2 or 3 nights, we paid about $500. Whereas if that owner had rented the property long-term, maybe they would have gotten, I don't know, at that price point, maybe $2,000, $2,500 for the month. They made about $500 on us on like 2 or 3 days. On another property we did in San Diego, I was there meeting Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, and we stayed there, I think 6 days, and we paid, I'm going to say, $1,700 on a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. I mean, it was on the water, but they made $1,700 from us in 6 days. So if they rent those things out 32 weeks out of the year, they're doing quite well. They probably make more money doing it that way than if they do it long term. Now, if the price is just super, super high, then I don't know. Depends.
When you set up to do that, are you having to look at also local restrictions and HOAs? Because I can see some HOAs saying nobody's going to rent here.
No, of course. You have to do that in places where short-term rentals are allowed. It's kind of funny you ask that because sometimes people that don't know, I mean, you're naive to the real estate part of it, and you'll buy something thinking, I'm going to do short-term rentals, and then the HOA comes in, no, short-term rentals is not allowed. They don't want a transient community. They want more of a stable community where people are there year-round. So it depends. But that's a great question, though.
In Luis's neighborhood, they wouldn't let him rent his car so people could sleep in it.
Oh, no.
That's Luis. He's our photographer. It's kind of crazy. Let me ask you about the VIP program. You just showed me a picture of one of the perks of being a VIP with Andrey Bustamante.
And it says your home sold guaranteed, baby. Celebrity endorsed.
I love that. It is a moving van.
Yes. So we've been talking about this for quite a few weeks here.
I'm loving that.
And we're just preparing for a move to downtown Orlando. Very, very excited. Huge shout out to my team as well because they're the ones that are making this a reality. My family, but definitely my team as well. He got a lot of great support there with them, and they're working 7 days a week to make sure that we can meet our goals so that we can move into downtown. Beautiful office. I was actually just there last night. So one of the things that we're doing in anticipation of our move to downtown is we bought a moving truck. Wrap the entire thing, and it's awesome. So we lend it out to local charities, friends, family, clients that buy or sell with us, and we've only had it for probably 3 weeks, and we've already rented it out a couple times, and it's
love that.
Rent free. I mean, we lent it out. We don't make any money on it. It's a vehicle to use for free for the community. So if anybody. If you have an impending move, coming up here, feel free to give us a call, 888-785-0440. If you got to move, we'll take care of you anywhere in Central Florida. Don't tell me you want to take it to Georgia. No, that probably won't work. But if you want to do like a in-county or, 2 or 3, 4 counties here in Central Florida, we'll take care of you. That way you don't have to go pay the U-Haul and this. And then if you don't return it by a certain time or if you put too many miles on it, and then we're not going to charge you for the insurance because I already pay for the insurance for the truck. It's pretty neat. I
like that.
And that's the first of many.
That is so great. Okay. Andrey Bustamante, are you still hiring people?
Yes. That's a great question. Matter of fact, we are hiring, man, because we got a 5,000 square foot building in downtown that we need to staff. So we're hiring on the admin side of the business. We actually had some phenomenal interviews this week in terms of we're hiring a couple of key admins to the current admin team that we have now, and then we're hiring a lot of people for our sales department, listing agents, buyer agents, showing agents. And essentially telemarketers. So if anybody is in the business and you're looking, for a change, perhaps the office culture that you're at right now, it's not conducive. It's the energy's not there. Maybe your boss doesn't say hi to you when you come in through the office, and maybe the only time of the month they actually say hi to you is when they put that office bill on your desk, or maybe your broker doesn't have office space for you at all. And then you end up having to either meet people at their houses exclusively, buyers and sellers, or you have to meet them at Starbucks and things like that. We don't want that. We consider ourselves to be the best in the business. We want to meet people in an office environment. We consider ourselves in the same level as an attorney, as a doctor, a CPA, and we hold ourselves to that standard. So that's the reason we're making this big investment. We want to make sure that our clients feel comfortable. There's enough parking space for them, easy access. That's the reason we never bought a tower. Because for us, it'd be sexy to buy a tower. Phone's ringing. It'd be sexy for us to buy one of these, beautiful penthouse office suites in downtown at the plaza, but it'd be impossible for our clients to get in and out of there. I've gotten lost there so many times. So, we're definitely hiring, and if someone's ready to make that change, if you're looking for good office support, good team environment, we're not a traditional brokerage. So if you're looking for the traditional do-it-yourself type of thing, hang your license, work from home, go on vacation 24 times a year, don't call us. We're looking for professionals that are ready to positively impact people's lives. We're looking for people that want to do this full-time and really want to take their career to the next level.
All right, very good. Hey, do you have a question for Andrey Bustamante? I've got all open lines. This is like going to the grocery store and seeing 17 express lanes, and you just want to get that ice cream home. Go right on through. You'll be right on the line with Andrey Bustamante. All you have to do is call us, 855-297-9696. If you want to know about hot real estate markets in town, if you've got a home, you want to sell it, your guy hasn't sold it yet, what's going on? Give Andrey a call right now at 855-297-9696. Text us 21232. That's 21232. We will be back. Hey, welcome back. Yes, it is the Andrey Bustamante Show featuring Andrey Bustamante. You can reach him anytime at 888-785-0440. I'll say it real slow for you so you can write it down. 888-785-0440. And it's Andrey with a Y, Bustamante.com. You're going to love that website. You're going to see some homes. You're going to see the perfect home for you. I guarantee it. AndreyBustamante.com, and the show powered by Best Orlando MLSsearch.com. Don't forget Fidelity National Title. What a great company. And GuaranteedSale.com. All right. Andrey's with us right now. We got 8 minutes to go. What is the market like out there? Home selling?
Homes are definitely selling, but I want people to know that about 55% of the homes that go on the market don't even sell the first time around.
Really?
So just be careful when you ask people that question. A lot of times they're going to blurt out, "Oh, the market's on fire. It's doing great." The reality is the market's better. The consumer confidence is up. Rates are still low, and I don't know how long they're going to be this low for.
Man.
You never know. So take advantage of the market where it's currently at, because next month may not be like that. 6 months may not be like that. We're all kind of looking at, hey, when are these things going to go up? And they will go up eventually. But the market's doing well. Properties are selling. If someone's on the market or considering to sell their property, now is the absolute best time to do so. You don't want to wait until the fall. Whatever you do not do that. It does kind of slow down. Yeah. Although some serious buyers are always looking for property, and we've had our best month of the year historically has always been December. I don't know if we just psych ourselves up and we just do more. But we just we make it happen. And December for us is always the best month. But board-wise and historically in real estate, the fall season tends to slow down. And now is a good time. You may be able to still get your house on the market and into the new one before school starts for your kids.
Hey, if you got a good cause and you need a moving truck, and maybe you're a club group organization, but you got to move some stuff, you need to talk to Andre, see if you can set that up. And what number would they call for that, Andre?
Just use the same radio number that we've been giving out, 888-785-0440. One of our team members will answer that, and just let them know that you're interested in the moving truck. And, let us know if it's for personal reasons, move. Perhaps it's a charity. We would love to lend it out to charities and sports clubs, with kids. Anything community related, we're there, schools. But I know we actually have one of our clients. Effie was nice enough to come on the air here with us, and now she one of my best clients ever. She actually sold a property through us and bought another property through us. And I'd like for her to share her story so that we can add to this. I could sit here and say, I'm the best. Rob, could sit here and say, we're the best at what we do. But it's nothing like hearing a true testimonial from one of our clients. So, Effie, are you on the line?
Yes.
Hey, I know you're at the pool down, I think, in Palm Beach or West Palms.
Yes.
All right. How's the weather down there?
Beautiful weather down here today.
Love it, and I keep tabs on Effie. She's actually the owner of On Deck Travel, and huge shout out to her. She actually arranged for 35 of us to go on a cruise last year.
Wow!
And Effie, thank you so much for that. It was actually my 30th birthday and my daughter's second birthday, and
I remember that.
And so you made that a magical experience, and we do want to say thank you. So if anybody's looking for the best travel agent in the industry, Rob, I know you're always going on vacation.
I got to call you because my 49th cruise is coming up, and I got to call you, see if you can make me a deal.
Wow, I'll help you out.
49th.
I'm your girl.
They all love me out there on the cruise lines. They're going, how many times you been on this boat?
No, she is definitely awesome. So her number, 888-413-0887. But aside from being a superstar travel agent, she's on Fox News all the time. I mean, she's a full-blown entrepreneur. Look her up, ondecktravel.com or 888-413-0887. Effie, can you share with the fans here, the listeners, what your experience was with us?
Yeah. Andre, as you know, we had a unique situation. We live in the retreat at Wekiva, and we live behind a farm. And there were roosters and donkeys and horses, and we had all kinds of things. And I love the neighborhood. It was a great neighborhood, but I just couldn't stand the roosters anymore. So I knew I needed to get a great realtor. I told my husband, I said, we need a bulldog. We need someone that's going to be able to sell this property. And my husband said, well, we had bought during the high time. And he said, I don't think we're going to get the money we want out of it, And I had heard from another referral about Andre, and I gave him a call. And him and his brother came out and, took a look at the property. And they said, we can sell it for you. And not only can we sell it for you, but we're gonna sell it for you more than you're asking for. So I thought, oh, okay, we'll see it to believe it. And so literally, I can't remember, Andre. It was only a couple months. Right?
It took us 3 months, and that's longer than what I'd like. But it took us 3 months to do it. And I remember the very first conversation, Effie said, Andre, I'm looking to buy as well. And she was looking to buy like a really nice nice property. What's the community that you settled in Sanford?
Lake Forest.
Lake Forest.
Oh, yeah.
Super exclusive, awesome neighborhood. But we had a certain number to work with. So I come in and I tell Effie, let's go ahead and get your property appraised. If I recall correctly, the appraisal came in at $190. And for the numbers to make sense, we looked at it. It's like she had to sell her property at $225. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So tell them the rest of the story. We got about a minute and a half here.
Okay, so basically, Chris was happy when he said, okay, there was a certain number we had to have in order to move. We didn't have to move, but we wanted to. And, Andre sold the house, and we were so excited, and he sold it at, I think it was $225 or $230. I can't remember what the figure was, but
I think it was $239.9, but I believe he probably covered closing costs. I think you netted like $230 on the deal.
Yeah, so we were really happy that that took place. It was, fantastic. And so many realtors come in the neighborhood after that point and were selling houses and selling, we're selling them at this price. And I said, well, let me tell you something. The only reason you're selling them at that price is because of Andrey Bustamante, because he's the one that drove the neighborhood up. Whatever these other realtors want to say in the retreat, you made that neighborhood drive up the price. So the whole neighborhood should have been using you, in my opinion.
And a lot of them did. Actually, you got us a neighbor to use us as well. So, Effie, thank you so much. We're running out of time here, but I appreciate your quick testimonial there. I'm going to have you on another time. We'll talk about on-deck travel, and then you can share your entire story, okay? Thank you so much, and enjoy your time down there in Palm Beach.